So have you ever wondered how companies make money? Sometimes companies have units of ownership called shares. So there are different types of shares. There are ordinary shares. Ordinary shares are shares which are granted voting rights and people who buy can vote, and they also have dividends. There are also preference shares. Preference shares typically lack voting rights, but they have dividends on the basis of priority. And then there are non-voting shares. And voting shares are the kinds that they also lack voting rights, but they have dividends and they are usually given to family members or employees, but typically lack voting rights. Okay, so there are also redeemable shares. These are shares that the company can buy back. Then there are deferred ordinary shares. These ones typically come with voting rights, but dividends are given after the shareholders given their dividends. Then there are management shares. Management shares are given to founders and they retain control over company decisions. Finally, there are alphabet shares, ABC, different classes of shares that have the rights to varying rights and accommodate the investors. So there are different types of shareholders. There are common shareholders who have voting rights and have ordinary shares. Then there are preference shareholders. These are shareholders who get dividends and have fixed dividends, and they sometimes receive priority in asset distribution. Then there are individual shareholders who are private investors that are owning shares personally. And there are institutional shareholders who are organizations such as banks which hold shares and invest in the company. Then there are majority shareholders who hold at least over 50% of the shares and have great voting rights. Then there are minority shareholders who hold below 50% of the shares. And there are resident shareholders who are local in the country, and then there are non-resident shareholders who are not in the country. And then that's all about shareholders. So I'm Precious Simew from MasiboLaw, and to reach me you can get me via the email in the description.